We all know some of the fun things that you can do in Fursuit. Photos, hugs, furpiles, making grandma jump 6 feet in the air by turning up on her doorstep dressed as a giant purple and blue husky.
That's very specific.
But what exactly are the sort of things that you shouldn't do in Fursuit? We have compiled a little list of 5 very random scenarios, all based on surveys that I've carried out on this channel in the past. And with the help of our friend and special guest, Freddy Panda, we thought we'd decide. So we're going to be rating these in 3 different ways. If it's a good idea, it's going to be suit up, let's go. If it's alright, it's going to be it's complicated. And if it's probably a thing you shouldn't be doing in Fursuit, it's going to be forget about it. So, our camera bird has got the list of things that we shouldn't do in suit. So, what is the first suggestion?
First one is take the bus.
Taking the bus.
I hope it's not
in
literally taking a
fursuit.
bus.
Yeah.
Well, don't steal buses. That's wrong.
That can be done in 2 ways as well. So,
But yeah, no. I could see a benefit to taking the bus in Fursuit, because it means if you're fur meet that you're going to, or the convention even.
I mean, as long as you're not driving the bus. I mean,
You know, yeah, it would be convenient. You don't have to worry about changing facilities there. It will allow you to go fursuiting anywhere else.
Don't need your
Well, in case you
suitcase.
took the bus yourself.
No, you don't need your suitcase. Less luggage, less
Your-
baggage.
Yeah.
And obviously it's just convenient. And plus you're taking the bus, so you know it's green.
I mean, I'm going to honestly say, open hand here, I've done that.
Yeah, you've actually done this.
I've
haven't
actually
you?
fursuited all the way from my house all the way to a fur meet and back again.
Did at any point in the journey you thought it was a bad idea?
No, because nobody knows who you
See,
are.
I'm not
So,
gonna lie,
yeah.
This is true.
I'm not going to lie to you. Where we live, those buses right now, they are hot on board. They don't have air conditioning.
I've tried to get on a bus as Bonnie, and they didn't like that.
If it's a short journey, it might be easier, but our buses are like ovens at the moment. And I mean, you know, with the seating spaces, I don't know if my big raccoon butt would fit into.
Oh no, I
actually
use 2 seats.
Yeah,
I'd
definitely.
I'd feel bad taking up the disabled and wheelchair bay, you know, because that would be the best space.
Yeah.
But I don't know, and buses are dirty. I don't care how clean they say they are. They're not. They're not clean. You're lying. So,
Especially our buses.
and I don't know about that. Plus, I don't know how I'd pay for the bus with my paws and
NFC tag.
I mean, I could have just have to hope that the drivers.
Just put your phone in your paw.
I don't know. This is seeming like a bad idea. I mean, I think. What if you sat in something sticky on the seat? You wouldn't see it.
Oh, chewing gum. Oh no.
Gum. That's
Oh,
everywhere
no.
on buses. I guess if it's a short journey, like you suggested,
Playing your Fortnite.
I'm kind of leaning towards the middle option, which is, you know, the sort of.
I mean,
You know, it's
personally, I don't care,
complicated.
so
I think it's definitely complicated.
would you
There's a
agree?
lot of factors.
it's complicated. Yeah.
It's a complicated one. There's so many reasons why it'd be terrible, but there is a few positives, especially if
There
there's an
is.
empty bus.
It's quite
Yeah.
fun actually, but I can understand why there are some real bad, especially nowadays.
And it would be fun if you're like us and you're in Reading and there's a bus named the Lion and you're a lion. Okay, what's next?
Driving.
Driving. Okay,
Driving.
similar to the bus here. Very similar to drive. Now, I have seen furs do this online. I'd like to first and foremost say it actually is illegal.
Yes.
Because
It
it's
is.
obscured vision.
But we've seen it many times, so
But it looks so bloody cool.
it does
It
look
does.
really cool.
You know,
Especially a soft top.
Yeah.
yeah, soft top down, you know, suns, you know, in your rins in your hair or your fur, and, you know, you're just cruising down the Californian coast or something.
Uh-huh. With the police
know,
I think
after
it's
you.
best in a car park. Just a
Yeah.
safe, you know, not very fast
Or
car
private
park.
land, if you've got,
Yeah,
if you've got
not-
maybe your own car
maybe
park.
even-
There's not many cars around.
Yeah, maybe even static.
But I am
In a
thinking,
different dimension.
I mean, at least on the upside, I mean, how would it be if there was a crash? You've got a little bit of extra padding, I suppose.
You have,
Something
well,
is
depending on where you are.
Still always wear a seatbelt.
Always wear a seatbelt. Would
Even
it fit?
if you're in suit.
And
Would
if you're a
it fit
dragon,
well
it's a
then?
real pain in the ass because your tail, your wings.
See, that is a problem. If you're a dragon, you're gonna be like, whoa, ow. Exactly, that's a problem with having big wings.
Although if you're in an
hurt.
open top car and you've got wings and you go too fast, but you fly out like a paraglider.
Oh
You could do
dear.
that anyway. I'm on a tether.
And if you got if you got bird wings, that's even worse.
sure.
But, I mean, the upside is, being a furry in a car, you can have your collection of little furry bumper stickers.
Yeah.
It
Which you
could,
do anyway.
it could be fun. You could pull up to lights, and then someone alongside you pulls up, and you just wind the window down, and then, hello. And you get to see their
I
reaction.
wonder what a
Not the end
drive-through
of Back
would
to the
be like.
Future. It's like
I mean,
Funny story, sorry about it. I was like being a handler for some Fox friends that I knew in Bath. And I was driving along in the MG, and they were in the back in fursuit, just waving at everyone, and everyone was like,
now that on the
WTF?
other hand, I would love to do.
well, that
That was
reminds
fun.
me of just for the weekend when we've gone the coach to the
Yes.
fursuit walk.
Oh
and
yeah.
You just drive past other people.
I just kept on. We all stay in the suit,
Yeah, and you just see other people driving past you. There's this coach going past. Just
watching
full
all
of
the accidents
fursuiters.
happen around the coach.
Yeah, I mean that is you bring up another good point. You might not crash, but you might cause other people to crash.
That's their fault.
Blood's on your hand, and of course, let's not forget that you could end up serving some jail time. Now, maybe serving some jail time is worth it for the Fursuit Friday photos. I don't know. So what are we going to say?
Ooh,
I'm leaning towards bad idea just because it is illegal.
maybe met if supervised, but...
I mean, if
you
it's like what
definitely
you were
have to
saying, we were
supervise.
in the back seat.
If in
Yay.
if in the back seat or in private land, then I guess I could say go for it. But any other situation, don't. Seriously,
idea.
in all serious notes, it is a bad idea,
Yeah,
and
it
I
is.
am not endorsing that on this channel.
No.
Going
Do
through a
it.
drive-through would be interesting. Just hope it
Love
all
it.
contains and not
Yeah.
in like
Oh.
doesn't have the burger in your hand.
Oh boy,
Ooh,
what's
messy
next?
boy.
Go on then. Right, so driving is a bit of hit and miss.
Riding the log flume.
Oh, now who doesn't love going on the log flume? A Splash Mountain, fantastic ride.
I probably would if I had a suit I didn't care about too much, because I'd love to do that.
the
But I don't know
log-
if they'd let you on.
Yeah. The log flume, however, maybe at the theme park that was near me when I was growing up, Southend-on-Sea. No, I tried to put a picture in here of just how grotty that looks. Would you want to go on this in fursuit?
But think of the Fursuit Friday photo.
True, and
Amazing.
of course there'll be one that's taken off you on the ride.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
Granted, you
Yeah.
have to pay for it. You'll
Think
be ripped
about all
off.
the work you're going to have to do cleaning the damn thing up.
Yeah, have you seen the colour of that water?
And the chemicals that are in the water.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen what happened when Lisa Simpson drank the
Exactly,
water
this
on
is
the
all
ride.
skin.
Exactly.
She became the lizard queen.
White fur.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is the thing.
White
isn't it?
pores, this
Oh.
stuff absorbs
just think of the
everything.
big splash, and just everything. And they always smell funny as well. Some of them smell quite nice. The Disney ones always smell that chlorine smell, which
Yeah,
makes me
yeah,
really
yeah.
nostalgic. But like
You think that's nice?
cheap theme parks, cheap ones like by the sea and that sort of
Thorpe
thing.
Park.
They just
Thorpe
smell
Park
of
smells
rot
disgusting.
and mold and death.
Dad.
I think if you
Where's
washed
you
your
been going
fursuit like
to?
fairly quickly afterwards, like if you left it till last, you could probably
Haunted
get away
log
with it.
I always remember my little sister went on the splash ride at Thorpe Park, and
There you go,
she
that's
got
the
so
thing.
soaked, and the next day her t-shirt literally turned black with mold.
Oh.
Okay, right. So we're in agreement here. I think this is a bad idea.
Bad idea.
Should we just forget about it?
Forget about it.
Okay, you want
Forget
to
about
go
it.
first at a log flume? Forget about it. It's a bad idea. Okay, what's next?
Sorry, I just saw the next one. Taking part in TV's Gladiators.
Oh, well, can you? I have to ask the audience here. Can you feel the power of the gladiators? Because you're gonna when they're throwing you down that pyramid thing they have in one of the games. I'm hoping I can find good pictures of all of these, because but. Okay, so an assault course in fursuit, yeah? I mean, we've done fursuit games.
Yeah.
Fursuit
I mean, you could-
Paralympics.
They can get quite violent.
You can recreate that bit with Judy Hopps is like training to become a police officer.
Yeah,
and the photos would be cool. Plus,
Except I would never get over the wall.
you'd go down in history as the first and probably only contestant to ever go on that TV program.
I'd die.
I wouldn't get past the first obstacle.
Yeah.
Pandas aren't exactly athletic. Sorry.
Could you imagine doing
Just watching a fursuit just drop off the wall. Just
Well, I mean,
drop.
could you imagine doing that swinging thing with the hoops, and
Oh,
just
that'd
just
be
seeing
great,
all your
that.
seams tear.
And I'm just going to tell you this, I'm not getting on that pyramid, because if I get pushed down, these are dead. Me, I'm dead, dead,
Well,
I'm
not
just
just
gone.
you. You're gonna skewer the gladiator.
Yeah.
Or
You know.
that.
And again, I hate to use the example, but a dragon, wings, tail, front, everything.
Yeah, but a dragon would have
destroyed.
advanced and flap their wings and just fly to the top of that.
Yeah, just
But on the plus
destroyed.
side, getting manhandled by another gladiator.
True.
No,
you know.
if the gladiators were fursuits as well. Now
You know.
that's a completely
I mean,
different
you know.
scenario.
Yeah, true.
What,
Depending,
Wolf- big
wolf
muscle suits
actually
as well.
being
Oh, Murph.
you know, yeah, it's true. If your preference is,
They're all lions.
you know, if you're into like big
Sorry.
bulging characters, you know, but not safe for work there maybe.
Very
But
cool.
oh, could you imagine how much
Completely
you'd
different
sweat in
program. I want
fursuit?
this to happen.
TV lights, yeah, not
Oh,
not
God,
just like
yeah.
that. You've
Oh,
got the heat
oh,
of TV
Boy,
lights.
yeah.
On the stage with the lights at you. You can't see a set thing in fursuit anyway.
Yeah.
You have
That's-
lights in you.
That's true.
And you're
Yeah, I
like,
remember that.
I can't see a thing. I'm just gonna hold on to this sofa right here.
So you know, you're at least on the upside. It means you won't see who hits you or what hits you. You'll just be dead. Yes. So,
Yeah, the pugil stick would be very interesting.
I'm going to just go and guess. I mean, most fursuit makers are kind. They throw in a bit of a warranty with their fursuits if you get like, small rips and tears. I bet if I went to Mercury and said, "Hey, Merc, could you help me fix my fursuit?" I went on TV Gladiators. She'd just look at me.
She said,
You'd have to go.
Yeah, you supported me.
I would be more like, I want a suit for TV's Gladiators with Kevlar inbuilt into it.
I think if a furry convention did like a toned down version of a gladiator,
Oh, hell yeah.
I think you could probably do it. You
How
could do
toned
certain-
down do you want to get?
Well, you could do like the inflatable balls and that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
you know,
that
the pool
does
toys.
make more sense.
Yeah,
the
you know.
padded sticks where you like knock
Yeah,
on
I
each
mean
other.
pugils and that sort of thing. You'd be absolutely fine with.
Yeah.
It's the actual gladiators getting some buff guy to come and try and throw you down a pyramid. Probably not a good idea. So we had an agreement here.
We got this image now of someone hitting each other over the head with like inflatable like huskies now instead of just like fursuit related stuff.
I think I know where we're going with this vote wise. Are we going to say this?
Yes.
This is something you should
I
do?
It's
mean,
not
if
long as it's not me.
If
trying to
it's like fursuit, like specifically for fursuits, so it's like inflatable stuff and everything. That's a great idea.
You know what?
I'd be like,
If it's the actual show, not
No.
so good.
I'm going to take you on that one. I'm actually going to say it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because, if it's a fursuit compatible version,
Fursuit
we're
Gladiators.
going to say, grab your suit, let's do it. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Right,
What
next
is our
one,
last
one?
Going to space with Richard Branson.
Well,
Bang!
here's your first problem.
Bang!
Here's your first problem. You've got to put up with being in space with Richard Branson.
The first problem
okay.
is space, especially with fursuit.
Well, it was the final place that capitalism hadn't reached until Virgin Galactic turned
It's
up.
so true.
Hey, look, I mean, look at it this way, right? You've got a couple of options to go to space right now for public, I guess. Is you can pay a load of money to Richard Branson and do Virgin Galactic, or you can give even more money to Jeff Bezos and have to go up with him in his
There's
penis-shaped
no
rocket.
way I'd do that one.
Yeah, we've all seen what that rocket looks like.
Yes, true. They kind of missed a trick with that, really. They should have sent Tim Curry up there, really, shouldn't they? Instead of with him, really. So they could have done it with.
Actually, it's fine.
No, just dress him up in the like red alert uniform.
Yeah, okay. So on a realistic note here, Virgin Galactic is kind of cool. I'd love
It is.
I mean, granted, technically, it's not actually space.
No.
We're going to this edge before it becomes space.
Yeah,
So
outer
I know, like, the NASA people are like, that's not space. That ain't space. You know, and you're kind of insulting maybe the astronauts who have worked all their life to go to space.
That ain't space.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
No, go there, Griffin.
you could be the first furry in space.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that'd
I
be
mean,
cool.
How cool is that? Now, that would be a good photo. Zero G fursuit.
That's your one Fursuit Friday you use about 22 times. Because
I mean, the main problem I could see is they came out with the price actually this week. It's $450,000 to go up. there.
Only $450,000.
I could buy a house for that.
can you
not
get a
several house.
two-together rail card with this?
Yeah.
Just a two together.
Well, they knock 30% off.
30% off.
Oh my god.
Is it
Yeah.
done by Great Western?
I mean, granted, I suppose would G-force as well from going into space. damage your fursuit?
No,
Would you
just attached to your
would
head.
you just watch your muscle going like this way as the G-force just pushed it back?
A bit like when your
Or
VR
would it, like-
headset runs out of power and your hand starts disappearing up into the sky.
or your muscle just inverts.
Oh!
Not anymore.
No.
Oh my god.
You know, your head just sticks to your face.
But, you know, I think honestly though, if someone came to me, I think, and said, hey, would you like to go to space? It's free.
Yeah.
Here's a ticket. I'd do it.
Oh,
Fuck
God,
it.
yeah.
It'd have to be with Richard Branson, though. What would he think of furries?
You don't have
I think Richard
To
Branson
be honest
would
with
be
you,
okay
if he
with
hasn't
it.
met one before now, I'd be amazed.
I reckon he'd
I
be
was gonna
alright
say,
with
he
it.
thinks outside the box.
Yeah, he does. He's a
I'm
very
really not
open-minded
phased
guy.
I mean, I've heard stories that he's happy to chat with people when he flies Virgin Atlantic and he's on the plane. and
I've
that.
heard lots of good
He's-
stories
he's-
about Richard
yeah.
Branson, to be honest with
Plus,
you.
you never know, get to know him well enough, get to go to his private island.
Yeah.
That could be a fun place to fursuit at.
And run away from.
you know.
Run away to.
And
it.
again, think of the Fursuit Friday photos.
Yeah, again.
Because that's all we're plugging now. That's all
We
we're
need
striving
photos. I
for.
haven't fursuited outside in a year and a half. I need more photos.
My Fursuit Friday looks like a desert.
So, are you in agreement with me?
Right.
Do you think this is
Dry.
somewhere that you should do it?
Yeah, I do it.
Okay, grab your fursuit. We're going to space.
Space.
Bye.
Oh dear. Okay, so what have we learned
There's
then?
a funding
So,
campaign already.
maybe avoid driving. Definitely don't ride the log flume. And taking part in TV Gladiators may be bad for your health, but
But we'd like
makes
to see a
good
Fursuit
pictures.
version.
A fursuit version of Gladiators. Bring it on. Come on, do it. Drop a
Come
comment
on,
below.
conventions. You can do it.
Oh dear. If you enjoyed this video, please boot that like button. Click subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to ring that shiny notification bell to find out when our latest videos drop. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a link to the Patreon below, as well as our merchandise store, where you'll find a range of fun Shadow Raccoon t-shirts too. I'd like to thank Freddy Panda for joining me and Theo today, and I
Hi.
hope you've enjoyed the video with an extra panda on tow, because yay bears.
Yay bears.
I'm Shadow Raccoon,
I'm Theodore Rabbit.
And I'm Freddy Panda.
and we'll see you next time. Bye everyone.
Bye.